Done? So, alright, so first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakodash. We say that when I say apostles and elders are great, Miss on the Google teachers are apostles, they should come. And we say salutations, so the active ones say push one, and say in and out. You know, constantly in season on season, we say shalom. And once again, the prophecy. Again, what I want to touch on today is how people make mockery of the Lord. And they make mockery of everything that the Lord bringing and they're doing. You know, they make a joke. You know, after this look at the word mockery, please, or mock. Anyone and anyone. Make it look at the two. You know? Because when you watch majority of these, especially jakes, when they're talking about certain prophecies, they're talking about things of the Lord, they make a mockery of it. You understand? They say it in certain ways, and the way how they try to say it, the way they try to explain it, it's like they're mocking, like, yeah, so the Lord said it's going to come here, and we ain't seen it, so they're mocking, you know, especially with the words, especially with the words, when the words of the Lord, they mock, you know, whether
mockery, teasing, and contemptuous language or behavior directed at a particular...
and the behavior, you see it in the behavior as well, you know, the way how they move, the way how they act. You know, it's a mockery. You understand? Go ahead.
A teasing or contemptuous language or behavior directed at a particular person or thing.
Yeah, so and that is what who did they direct the mockery to? Is to who? The Lord. You understand? And what's funny was certain conversations that we see with Jakes when they're talking on the internet or they talking, you hear them. Basically, it's like they're making a mockery of the Lord and the things that the Lord said. You know, they're teasing the Lord. Right. And he's here like the one of that series recently that Spargus was an Israelite talking about I think it was the death of Yahushua. You understand? He was making a mockery of that. You know? And that will basically start. This is to show you that mockers and the things that they do. And again, for the mockers and so forth, the all judgment you receive. There's only one judgment written for you, right? Bring it. Why that?
It says an absurd misrepresentation or imitation of something, ludicrously futile action.
I can see a good example of that is when for the so-called Easter parades, where they just carry the cross and just have a man looking like the Lord taking the cross and
misrepresentation or ludicrous action. Ludicrous is crazy, so.
When the Lord said the bear cross, he wasn't meaning taking a literal cross or a rosary on the
So even when you're using the word mockery in a phrase, they say to make something seem foolish or absurd. And that is what I wanted to get to make something feel foolish or absurd. And that is what it do when they're trying to mention certain things about what written in scriptures, they try to make it seem foolish and absurd. Like Noah and the fish. Like Moses and the sea. They try to make it seem absurd, try to make it seem foolish, like Jonah. This can't happen.
Jonah and the fish.
Jonah and the fish. Jonah and the fish and Noah and the ark. You understand? But and again, they just them not. If you give me that, they speak evil of things and not, because again, that is what is going. Majority of them don't know what it is written in the scriptures.
I know exactly.
You know. Right? Majority of them don't know and have something here. They must have to do the This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 27. That's it. Fine. Right? This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 28. Right? I'll start from verse chapter 27, verse 27, right? They say, he that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon himself, and he that shall not know whence it cometh. And he shall not know whence it cometh. So he say, he that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, right? And that's what that's basically what they're doing. When they're mocking and when you see it, cause no mischief. Because when they pose the stuff and again, they're trying to make the words of the Lord sound absurd, trying to make it sound foolish. The workings of the Lord, the things that the Lord do, they're trying to make it sound foolish. You know? That mischief that they're doing, they go fall upon themselves. Because in that day, we don't know what's going to happen to them. They say that, oh, they go what? They will call upon the Lord. And he wouldn't be what? He wouldn't be found. He's saying in the time of the calamity, the Lord shall do what? That is when the Lord see do what? He go mock. You understand? Okay? He go laugh on what? When the terror comes, so he don't just say the mischief shall fall upon himself. You understand? So he say what? He say he that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it cometh. It's in verse 28. It's a mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them. So that is a true judgment and written for mockers, for men that make mockery.
Say what? As a lion. So,
Yeah.
You know, it's something that fierce, it will always be there behind him.
So it's a mockery and reproach are from the proud, and that is what it is. The reason why all making mockery of the Lord's words and so forth is because of the proud. You understand? All the proud, all in Egypt, all the happy, all the things nice, all they can post online, all they can do these things and not feel, all they do have judgment for the things they say, for the things they do, for the things you encourage, you know?
So because let's say we have set against an evil good, the night secret speedily. You know that James they going back to the first speech, that show second, that somebody will show it say, where's the promise of the coming of the Lord now? You know, so everything they like to mock.
Yeah, they like to hear.
You understand? But what they really doing, they try to make the Lord into a liar. Meaning that they say the Lord said this will happen, how come it didn't happen? Right?
Actually, that show a lack of faith. Because just like with Elijah, when he was talking to the prophets and them, he was mocking them. So maybe a God sleeping. Or maybe you're not far journey. Why he was mocking them? Because he wasn't afraid of them. Yeah, man.
Alright, yeah. So that's the thing. They try to make the words of the Lord and the things of the Lord do seem foolish. You understand? And they have to receive judgment for that. Because again, they're in this place, and that one of the things he so make these people believe that they could say anything. You understand? Yeah. They could go online and just type anything. And majority of the times, when they watch some of the big posts, is them speaking against the word. And all people agreeing with it. As I say, that's so much that I see. That's so much that I see. Like some of them talking against the death of the Messiah, coming back of the Lord. You know? And there are things that the Lord warned us about. Listen, tell us about mockers and the mischief that they would cause. But he also tell us about things that they would receive for doing that work. You know? Remember this? Right? They say, but the vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them. So it's telling them they're not making a mockery of what they say. It's a vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them. You understand? And a lion is, as you can see, go and look up how much documentaries and so forth. A lion does do. A lion does stoop down and wait for its prey. So it's say for them mockers and they say vengeance, wait as a lion for them. It there. It's set. It just have its time to hit. You understand? A time to pounce. So the same way with a lion, they say a lion stay down for how much minutes waiting for the waiting for the prey to pass. And that is what the Lord telling you about them that make mockery. Vengeance, wait for them like a lion that, you know, that's wait. It's set. It's just waiting to pounce on them. Because they will continue to believe that they can make mockery of the Lord continually. They will continue, because you see, again, that is what the thing is, that they can say things and they have no repercussion for it. No, back in the days, if we did say certain things, we might have slapped we.
Yeah. You
know, whoever wrong, we hit we. So we feel the Lord going to make you say them things about him, make mockery of him, and he not going to judge you for that. Or they going to have mercy. No. That all they know you know it is the same. You understand? So you have to receive that vengeance of that mischief that you're doing.
If you see, look how put that analogy is really and truly, because scriptures refer to him what? The conquering lion of Judah. You understand? So the lion that in wait for that vengeance is him.
And again, as you bring that it just to show you that how they going to feel it is by the prophecy, by the things that the Lord said. You understand? You're going to feel it.
They show that the Lord is really a true power, because he could avenge himself. It's not like they say like a Hindu have a statue and you kick down the statue and he had to come and beat you for kicking down the statue.
Even with that, you see, The Lord give them that time to frolic.
Okay.
You understand? To let them feel that everything nice. You know?
Comfortable.
That's what they say. They go think that they have good esteem. You know, good esteem. You know, they're good.
Yeah, they're good
So they can say and do certain things.
And they're safe.
You know, they're safe. You see, but the judgment are going to come. That is the terror that they will feel. You see, how the Lord said in the top is that when stuff play off, they're not going to speak. They're going to feel. So the fear that going to be put on them, that is when now they're going to turn back to the Lord, and that is when the Lord see you are. He will laugh. You understand? He will laugh. Because see, when they stretch, you do what? You refuse. You know, you didn't regard, you refuse. You know? Go ahead.
It says Matthew chapter 12 and verse 36. Say, but I say unto you that every idle word that man shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment.
So give a what?
Account in the day of judgment.
And majority of the speaking against God. So all the do are account for that. All the do are pay for that. You understand? There's a reason why it has certain things like even in the ancient days you can even speak against the king that was set up. Because that would have been considered what? Treason. And it would be put to what? Death. But now that we in this kingdom they make anything be said and anything you could do and anything you could say. And one of the major things for them is that guys come back to the Peter where it said the promise is coming. They will believe in not coming back. So they will act and say things. You know? Like, hey, we here for next 1,000 years. You know?
Since the fathers are falling asleep, something, yeah,
you know? Is it that?
Yeah.
Bring it.
The Jude.
And you want to right?
The Jude, right?
Yeah, you want to Jude, yeah?
I do want to.
Jude's 10. Jude 10, it say,
Let's select here, just one more.
Yeah, good.
Right?
yeah, you gotta finish that precept.
Yeah. Matthew 12 and 36, he said, but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
Yeah. So by your words you shall be justified, and by your words you shall be what? Condemned. So that's the so important things that they be telling people they be saying. You understand? Plenty of you feel it's just a joke, a kick, a laugh. You know, some stuff funny. When it's not. But that is again, that is just a place that Scripture said the earth is given into the hands of the world, the wicked. So the heart of the thinking, every wickedly, everything that being done wickedly, it's good. It's good. Just like, and even mockeries of somebody words as well. It's like things you do. You know? All this Easter weekend, all this Easter weekend, kind of all these things, right? We can't mock the Lord.
Word mockery also go down into action.
Yes.
Back with Brazil.
Yeah.
When they make a mockery of the
Carnival.
the death of the Messiah.
Yeah, for the carnival.
Even to show that you see one of the things with that judgment, you know, when the Lord judging them for the evil work that they do. But one of the things with that, what comes from that is that the image that they wanted to portray is that the white Messiah is why everybody was sharing with that topic. That what should they do and the white with long hair thing, you know? But when they go into the depths of it, it's the evil work that they do at that point in time. As the Barra said, that's been around the time of what? Carnival.
Alright, I'm sure
You
they
know?
was doing evil quite time, but it's accumulated to that point.
It's
The Lord
accumulated
say,
that
yeah,
time,
what's
yeah.
going on? Is that time to unleash something on them?
Because again, judgment is being spread through all the whole earth. And people fail to realize that as before earlier today, right? I wanted to bring on that, but that's the topic I'm so stuck on me through the week. And just today, China have Taiwan circle right now. It's on 141-ish thing and like 80 something ships to circle them. They don't cross the borders as we speak. You understand? So the mockery, they make a mockery of the things, but all these things that happen right now is what the Lord said. They prophecies. So at the end of the day, they make mockery by going and feel. The things they say. How are you going to affect you then? For the things they say, you're going to get beat. Because I get in this place, you cannot blasphemous stuff people is saying. You understand? You cannot think people is saying and then it have that he wants to come to agree with them. You know? Come to agree with them. A girl nice, she see some pack of madness, a man Jamaican, yes queen, go ahead.
Trying to simp.
She dead wrong on it. But they're trying to agree, you know?
Trying to simp it.
That is the place we live in. And just like that post, I remember seeing that post, and the mockery that they do, and that's not the only one, but the amount, you know? And then the actions of it as well. So much of people agree with them.
So they say what they worship the creature more than the creator.
More than the creator, that's right. You understand? They're rather okay from a man than from the Lord. They rather look good in front of a man than be righteous for the Lord. You understand? So I'm just bring all this here before you continue. Right? It says, you finish it yours, right?
Yeah, that was the last one.
Aywa, finish it yours, right? It says verse 29. It says that they that rejoice at the fall of the righteous shall be taken in the snare, and the anguish shall consume them before they die. So you understand the judgment that is coming for these people. You know, again, they go watch the righteous or the wrong, because that is the place we live in. They watch the good become evil, and evil become what? Good. They have no gain or wrong in. That's just the times that we live in. Back then, if you look remember some years when you were small, you could not make mockery of anything. You know? You make a mockery of a man, you get quick. One time, you get it, or whoever, you do that, don't make a mockery of that. You know? Because why? That's why? Because they had the fear of something happening to you. What was one of the things that the institution smoke? Hey, don't make no mockery of no sick man.
Yeah, even a dry,
you know?
the time I was in Europe and I see somebody who think about I was your man laugh and somebody who laugh, but you go into the most high judgment, I don't laugh at.
That even go back to our scripture in Surah that say laugh not at a man judgment. You know?
That time when I was fresh now, but yeah, you know.
So you don't understand the things that going to take place. Right? Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, growing up a long time, you could not make, like how it is now that people could talk out against the scriptures, talk out against the Lord. A long time growing up. In my day, you could not do that.
Yeah, man, I never tell you so.
Yeah,
Especially
it's true it's true it's in there. You cannot say nothing against you with it.
Yeah. You could not talk against the scriptures.
Nah.
Like bad licks.
Yeah, you can't throw down nobody and take
Nah, you mad, I
licks for sure.
But no, that fear gone. That fear gone.
If you talk by precepts and men now.
Yeah, so that fear gone. Now they are more fear for the pastor. Go think of them. Wait man, if a pastor see me, you know I can not go to them about my pastor.
You know? And you see that because even if the pastor do something wrong, they're still supporting.
Yeah, they justify him.
I'm not going to get my pastor.
The Pope come out and say he's a pedophile. You understand? My grandmother died, and to this day say she never hear nothing about her. I say you never hear about her?
Hey,
you watching news every night. You never hear nothing about her?
You see the one with the pastor. I think it's the same one that they say he was a pedophile and he had so much he
and they ship him wrong, the Vatican ship him
wrong, they hide him.
He was a pope.
He's a pope,
He
right?
was a
No,
pope.
he's a pope.
He was a pope. That was a long time.
Nah, one recently I talking about.
I know it had one who was a pope and they keep moving him from vicinity to vicinity now.
The one I talking about, I only see the article this week.
Yeah.
You understand?
There's even say people, some of the men who just sign up for purple.
That he had so much.
Are they talking about?
Yeah. That they just keep shipping him from parish to parish now. But
Around that same time, I think with the same article when they bring out and they say people who are known to be popes or in that region are men who have a history of being pedophiles. And still they allow them to be in that category.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. That one I know what you're talking about.
remember God know them are too, you know. So them know that. You know that they say God know that.
But even though you can see that to be a pope, that one in the criteria. You know, if they're not in that, you can't be a pope then.
Yeah, because remember, it's the same way like a secret society, right? Like you have to do certain things to stay in it, right?
Correct.
Some people sacrifice a family member, a friend. Some people, the men does sleep with other men. You know, this is that. It's the same way with them. They're in a society, so they have to do certain things to stay in the society. And they recommended that there's like some of it. Like for example, the Vatican was hiding cases of people right there doing orgies, and they wasn't doing like it was full men orgies, right? But they hide it so long, and then they finally come out and they can hide it no more, right? And It doesn't show you things that be good that is be doing done. It's like when you think about it, that is like a secret society, you know.
Oh, so when you think about it from a certain perspective, that is what they want. Really and truly, if you think about it, if a man like little boys, would you want to go into an environment where you're going to oversee little boys, right? True. So in other words, they come like, I want that job, you know. I want to apply for that job. That already what's been going on. They even though they might have a record, they know that hey, I like to interfere with little children, little boys especially. So I want to be overseer over some. Remember, even the city Catholic churches have like the little homes and them for the little children and them and so forth. Orphanages, right?
Like plenty of the
like
recently right now, I think they say plenty of the orphanages was killing children, molesting children. I think they was actually getting rid of some of the orphanages because of what was going on.
So the people that point over them, if people stand for the behead and orphanages, you feel them not in that vibe.
Even to see. Sorry to cut you, but just like about a month or 2-3 months ago, they started this whole orphanage thing in Trinidad and police cracking. We're all lagging.
Right, no.
Last time I report all that?
No, because of who.
Exactly. When they see the names coming up, they think all of us and everything get quiet.
Like to go to that orphanage situation, that the one I think is St. Jude.
Yeah.
St. Jude is Catholic. And remember the little child that it was PNM officials, right? That had the big pool and they rape him and they threw him in the pool and right? It was PNM officials and PNM is in power right now. So when the case pop up, everybody know that case has gone dead. That case was gone disappear. You understand? But it's just to show you the things that being done in the Catholic orphanage. Matter of fact, I wouldn't say Catholic alone, but orphanages on the whole. You understand?
But on a wider spectrum, you know, in the name of the Lord, because at some form, you know, they claim that they have the word or the doctrine of the Lord. So, and how you watch it from the outside is like these people are supposed to be what? Holy? Supposed to, right? Supposed to be holy.
See, Satan portraying himself as what an angel of light. So that what they're doing. But they're using you know misleading concepts, but they're trying to come within that vibration like if they're godly.
But that mockery wouldn't go unpunished. You understand? Because again, they just have that to receive. You understand? That it is written that they won't receive that. And that's what's going on. With that now, it make the congregation feel that they could say and do anything. You know? That they could come out and everything okay. You know? When you have the congregation coming out and saying the prophecies and the works of the Lord, imagine that the works that the Messiah do when he was walking, that's not true. You understand? That false. It have no. That's some of them that say no. I just believe in I just believe in God. I don't believe in you.
Yeah, I don't believe in the Bible. So,
you understand?
So then where your doctrine of God come from? Will you hear about this whole God concept? How that come about? If you don't believe in the Bible, where was your teaching on God?
See, as it is written, it said the amount of works that he do, it couldn't be contained in the books. They couldn't even write down all of them. You understand? First he do so much.
So give me some of the major ones. And
but it doesn't show how great the mockery is. You understand? I said it. They see, as the phrase say, mockery to make something seem foolish or absurd. You understand? Look at the word absurd.
Or to belittle something.
Yeah, or to belittle. So they're trying to make the Lord. I say remember the scripture say the Lord is omnipotent. It means all powerful, everlasting power.
It can belittle something that
omnipotent. You understand? We feel all these comic books and all these people get a word omnipotent from to say like something so great. There's a reason why even when they depict the gods in the comics, right? Or the main god in the comic, because you know the comic book have so much I think, but nonetheless the main one who is they say go back to a man. He's not no thing. He says a man a great thing, right?
And that's the one above all.
One above all, right? They say he omnipotent. There's a reason why they use that word because he can do anything he please. You understand? And that is with the Lord. You know, that is with the Lord. So, but if you mockery all of this, trying to make the Lord seem like he can't. Now we see vengeance waiting for you all. What absurd?
Absurd means widely unreasonable, illogical, or inappropriate.
Right. That was illogical. And that word was running through my mind. They try to make it seem illogical. I mean, things are written here.
He really do that.
Yeah.
Like madness.
Like madness,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, basically.
You know? You really feel that, you really feel the flow that, man. You don't say that.
So he get everybody.
Yeah.
So he party seat.
Yeah. And everybody will populate from just 8 people.
Yeah. Go love everybody. How
there's
you
a-
everybody?
There's our next one too. You see the partner the sea. That's something that's making
That
popular.
was our big talk, I remember, about 2-3 years ago.
But now they find literal evidence that they.
No, it's still different. Even though with the literal evidence, till to this day, they still make popular.
But always have people to back again.
Understand?
Men find shellfish in mountains and whale skeletons in mountains. But it's in flood, how the earth could flood? What the whole?
For example, this ball, the only way this could reach here is by water.
Yeah. How a whale skeleton going to reach on a mountain?
It has nothing big enough to lift a whale skeleton. No predator to carry that up there.
There's no one them freaking them
Whales-
funny thing where whales flying in the sky and shit.
Whales
Why
naturally,
reach up there?
whales naturally of the big sea have no predator.
Exactly. They
Yeah.
have no natural predator.
Yeah.
You understand? They
You can't
wait till they die and then the scavengers
yeah,
will
scavengers.
eat
Them,
Yeah,
because
but-
there's
Too big to anything.
Go ahead, bring on that.
Jude verse 10, right? They say, but these speak evil of those things which they know not.
So they speak evil of things you know not, and that is what is going on. When they're making a mockery, they're trying to make mockery of something they know nothing of. Just like when they say things about they mention the sea, the partner of the sea, they don't even know the story of Moses. But what they know is just because somebody tell them, hey, part the sea, but they don't understand the angel how come about the angel of the Lord was amongst them, things, this, that. You know? They don't understand. You know? So they speak evil of things they understand not.
And that is scripture said that man
See, yeah.
So, because it's foolishness on them. Exactly. So when you expect them to command man,
They can bring that.
that is shipping us.
That Romans.
Nah, that is 1 Corinthians.
1 Corinthians?
1 Corinthians 2. Around 12, 10 something. Yeah, a normal man, we explain that to him. Remember, you have to be spiritual to understand spiritual things. You understand? If you tell a man people was eating hail from manna from the sky, so you try to tell me food was raining, people eat food out of this. A carnal man can't receive that. He always wants to get some kind of scientific.
You know what the thing about it is that it actually had a documented case where at some place in the world it received food from the sky.
Okay, see the Lord.
I can't remember which part, but it had something like that.
Everything most of the situations that happen in the past, the Lord in some way always provides some kind of evidence to show that this has already happened. He always put somebody forward or some situation forward to show forth that these things are possible.
That will go back to Deuteronomy. It say all his work are perfect.
Can.
All his ways are perfect. Because when you watch the things that the Lord tell you not to eat, there's a reason why he tell you not to eat it. It's because it gets sick.
Can.
When you get arthritis, all this stuff, what you feel it is caused? Pork,
Shrimp.
shrimp,
Crab, all them garbage.
all them stuff is what has caused that. When people rejoin the world and study now, well, what's going on my thing is because of that. Now we know sicknesses has come nonetheless,
Yeah.
but it doesn't show you what has encouraged it. You know?
Yeah.
He tell you do it shrimp, crab, it was something else also. Shrimp man the other day that I see that was that the Lord said not to touch and nah, not that. Something he tell you not to eat now. And I see something recently and I forget. Nonetheless, they get your point that the things that the Lord tell you to stay away from is a reason why. He thinks he tell you to eat is because it's good for you. It's nutritious. Like for example, he so like to bring meat, like pork and thing, and like to tell you, the only way you can get this is from this, and you have to eat a big portion of it to get this.
Yeah.
But then, it have a little herb you can eat, or a piece, a next piece of meat that we could eat, that if you eat a little piece, it's giving you more than eating a big pot of abominable stuff.
With all the negative
You
effects.
understand? With all the negative effects.
Will that come like milk?
And I said, can.
Will come like milk because after a certain once there's a human and you grow out of infancy, your body just stop producing the enzyme to break down milk, so it does just store in your body as fat.
Right. Cow
And
milk.
Cause
Cow milk.
mucus. It's cause mucus and
Which will exactly now milk does help mucus to spread, but to create.
Cow milk.
Alright,
Other milks you can drink that hard milk. Yeah, the normal cow dairy.
But that even why the saying of the Lord say, when they eat milk, they aren't scared. Or one needed milk first before he eat the meat.
Yeah, because why? You know, I mean, that's good. That's hard for to say is an infant, really.
Yeah.
You can't take care of yourself.
Or you ain't built, you ain't built yet to digest the meat.
Correct.
Remember, when you're an infant, you drink milk because that's where your body can get.
That's where your body
But when
can
you
break
reach a certain
down
age, you eat meat. But coming back to what I was saying, is that they make so much of a mockery of the Lord's word. It's like when I tell them, hey, do eat this because, and they bring you proof, even bring you proof. The scientific proof that, hey, you're not supposed to touch this, they make mockery of that. You tell the guy, can't eat that? You know, they say that man thing. You know?
Eating now my whole life.
I think my whole life, nothing happened to me. You know?
If I stop now, you take.
That's why Jake in the state that they eat, because they continual eating abominable meat. Bacteria is constantly building within your blood, within your body. Right? So that's why you see Jake is suffering from all different types of disease.
And eventually I can sin on the whole. Because even though it's eating good, as long as we live in a transgression, it will
Yeah,
always
we
affect
always-
us
we always-
negatively.
yeah, we always-
Yeah, the food does contribute, but as long as we give us
So even the healthy stuff, it's contaminated.
yeah.
Everything is contaminated right now.
But
You
even
can't get away from it.
if we eating good and we wasn't keeping other laws, we would still be jacked up. We would still get sickness because the sicknesses come from the curses which come from breaking the law. So what we already know that as long as we ain't keeping certain things, we'll still be effed.
Bring your
I'm ready to finish with the
Nah, come back to that. Bring your
First Corinthians chapter 2, start from verse 10. Said, but Yahweh had revealed unto us by his Spirit, for the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of the Lord. Right? For what man knoweth the things of a man, save the spirit of a man which is in him? Even so, the things of Yahweh knoweth no man, but the Spirit of Yahweh.
And that's why the Spirit of the Lord had to be dwelling in you to understand those things, because a normal man can't comprehend it without that.
He said, now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of God, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of God.
And we speak the things that were given unto us.
Correct.
We do the things that are given unto us. And that is why you all make mockery, because you all don't know. They've been given unto you.
You don't understand.
Yeah, so it's a reason why people that be watching, I'm going to draw it in a simpler form. People that be watching the shows, the animes, the cartoons, and they realize that it always have a main character, side character, and this background, right? That is where if you go and happen with the Lord are the elect, the chosen, them is chosen people. And then it are the background characters that are deemed to do what? To perish.
Born in vain.
Born in vain. You know? These things are given unto us. But we know them that are not chosen, it is written how they will come. They will be scoffers in the last time. Scoffing is another form of what? Mockery. In a way. You know?
Right?
Yeah.
So verse 13, he said, which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Spirit teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. But the natural man received not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him.
So they are, you see, the natural man, the things of the Lord is foolishness unto him. That's why you go make a mockery. You understand? Because what? Why? The things written here is foolishness unto him. So when you see people, when you hear people talking against the word, because that is just a natural man, right? Say a brute beast need to be what? Taken and what? Destroyed. And people fail to realize that their foolishness is because of they receive that gift.
And even a point was when they hang the Messiah, right? What did the men say? They say, if you is God, save yourself. Come down from there.
Yeah, that's like mockery.
Aren't you a deliverer?
Yeah, you're a deliverer. Yeah.
You can deliver yourself?
That's why you can.
Say,
That's why one of them that was next to him, he asked for to be saved. You understand? Tell about the people who realize that Jake was making mockery of the word since way on. It just had to get worse now. Now they hardcore just don't believe. the faith of these people and long time, like, I even say long time, 10 years ago, you still see people talk about the scriptures. You still see people seeing people sharing the scriptures. People, a man might have still say, hey, turn to the Bible, turn to the word. No, you know what I'm telling you? Right. You go do right? And forget that, man. I'm telling you, talking about scriptures thing, and forget that.
When you come and say now, man, tell everybody do what make you happy.
Yeah. Do whatever you please.
Yeah, whatever make you happy.
Do as thou wilt.
Yeah, do as thou will.
A long time you do something and the first thing I love person tell you is what? They just the scripture say the word, right? They just have a little, they say, they just have that little zeal or a little bit of no. No, it's a straight mockery. No, they're actually doing it, the things, no, they're actually doing the things the Lord said not to do, they're doing it proudly. You know?
And justifying it.
And justifying it. And in Israel right now, Israel right now, they're parading.
People like,
Yeah.
They say the country is the most concentrated, you know what I mean, among them now, on the planet, per capita.
And the thing about it, Esau is making a mockery of the law. And Jesus just follow. You know? Jesus just follow. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah. Finish to say. Yeah. Say verse 14, he said, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judge of no man.
And then when it says spiritual, they mean spiritual Baptist. Oh, you know, I'm a spiritual person. I will be a man spiritual too. That don't mean he understands the things of the Lord. It's not just about being spiritual, it's about having the spirit of the Lord in you to be able to comprehend it.
And having what spirit inside of it? You understand? Because these people are talking about being spiritual, but they meditated.
Yeah, plenty of people spiritual.
You know, they're going into meditating onto spirit.
Men astral projecting and things.
Astral projection.
Them real spiritual.
I remember Jacob of the he said he go meet you remember Italy I'm gonna mention and you know say but I fall out. He go meet him when he crossroads in his dream. You remember that? Nah. It's somebody who was preaching and the fellow woke up like come from church or something and he tell one of the men that he followed now that what? Don't worry, I'm gonna meet you in the dream tonight, we'll meet you on the crossroads.
That was the back?
Yeah,
That was out yourself?
Nah, that was up the road. That was up Kumana.
I know.
Yeah, Kumana.
The funny thing about it is that it had many in the past that did astral project, but it wasn't of their own power. It was because an angel came and took them and carried them somewhere. Right, that's it.
You wouldn't name that as astral
Yeah,
project.
that was taken in a vision. So in a sense, I look at it like that, but it wasn't like they using meditative skills and doing it of their own accord. No. You understand? It have times men will journey in the spirit and be shown certain visions and blah blah blah.
Like visions.
Yeah.
These people actually say they want to travel, they will meet here, they will do this, they will do that.
That's
different.
They get the sheep talisman.
So that you can't call what the prophet see astral projection. You know? That's not that.
It's not the accurate term.
Well, that?
Last piece of it. Now, so verse 16. So for who knoweth the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him, but we have the mind of Hamashiach.
But we are the mind of who?
Hamashiach.
It's different. You know, it's a complete difference. These people's minds fully on the world. You know, anything that come in to break their happiness in this world, they will speak against. And they don't know why to speak against this whole place, the Lord's word. You know? So eventually what would they do? They would speak against who? The Lord.
And there's a reason, going back to as the scripture says, we are of Christ, we are of Hamashiach, right? So therefore we will understand the dark saying and the parables and the things that the scriptures speak about. But a natural man, if he don't have the spirit of the Lord upon him, he could never understand it.
I just want bad. Understanding is one thing, but following is the next. A lot of people understand the things that we say, but because they're rebellious, they don't have the fear of the Lord, they wouldn't actually put it into effect. I say they receive the word with gladness, but when persecution arise, they say they are
But also
offended.
remember that the Lord say what? He say, nothing can be given unless it's given from whom? From above. And say faith is a gift. So a gift is given from who? The Lord. You understand? These people, if they ain't get this, it's just nothing. That is why they're the elect, and they just had them that the non-elect. You know? The elect gave, but the non-elect, they wasn't born to give.
Okay.
And will never give. But they was given for example on those to see how they, you know, how not to be.
Okay.
That's why judgment is written for them. You know, there's one for us as well, but what we're talking about is that heavy judgment is for them.
Destruction.
You know?
Scriptures talk about them that was born in vain now. Just born just for example.
Serve unto fire.
See, see, mockery is such a heavy thing. Is because it's mock. You see, the change in our times, right? No, that's what the things you do will be considered real bad in this world. Back then, mockery was a heavy thing. You could not make mockery on nothing. That was considered a real bad act. In those days, mockery was a heavy act. You know? To the fact where it's making mockery, so the things to pay, it could lead it down to what? To death. You know?
Example, scripture with the church, Elijah,
Yeah.
you
You understand?
Go up, bald head.
You finish with that?
Yeah, good.
And that's a good thing. That was on my hand, but go ahead, bring on time.
See, Jude verse 10, I say, but these speak evil of those things which they know not. They say, but what they know naturally as brute beasts, in those things they corrupt themselves. And that way you see happening, the wisdom of the world that they know, they just corrupt themselves in it. You understand? Like all the wisdom they have, and just corrupt themselves in that wisdom that they have. Becoming more proud, becoming more attached to this place.
This that they know naturally what?
It's brute beasts.
They
You
corrupt
see,
themselves and things they don't
you say, but what they know naturally as brute beasts, in those things they corrupt themselves.
Because even when I watch, even though that Christianity, right, is the biggest religion in the world, you know, what's the majority of Jake's gravitated to is the Baptist faith, right? And that because for some reason, like Jake, they feel that hey, there's we think.
because they believe in Africa.
Like, yeah, they we think, so they gravitate and they corrupt themselves in it.
Baptists, the different denominational Baptists have a lot of witchcraft in it.
Yeah.
And Jake's heavy into witchcraft. That's the next reason why.
I can ask something to you say that, because that's a good point you bring. And that's what that's a good point you bring, because it's not just to go into a religion anymore. It's just because Jake believes in heavy witchcraft. You don't understand too right now, it has something called
The Christian witches, right?
Christian witches, but they have a name, they kind of mix the name, so I don't remember the name of them, but the Christian witches, where it's, when you go and watch, it's basically Jake woman. With some Edomites, it's not Edomites, obviously going to Edomites because they must have into witchcraft. But it have, when you watch so many articles and so many pictures you see is with Jake women, they go into witchcraft. They call themselves Christianity witches. So our next word is used to the witches, but I can't remember it offhand right now. Right? And that's what they're turning into. Because why? They were divination, they want as the brother was mentioning, astral stuff. You know, these are the things that they're looking for. They're lighting the crystals and all these other things that they're doing. Because they just want to be in witchcraft.
Passing the child through the fire to Molech.
To Molech, there you are going into what? To the law. No?
Long time that was always the vibes.
Mm-hmm.
You
Always.
understand? Sorcery.
You finish?
Yeah, that one I finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, that piece of it.
Next one.
After you finish, I'll bring up yours now.
Luke 12 and Luke 12 from 9, it says, but he that denieth me before men shall be denied before the angels of power. And whosoever shall speak a word against the Son of Man, it shall be forgiven him. But unto him that blasphemeth against the Holy Ghost, it shall not be forgiven.
Okay.
You know, and I going back to what the brother was saying. That's what they kicking against the word. You know, if we don't have no forgiveness, if there's no, as I say, so-called grace, You understand? For blasphemy against the word at least.
And mockery
It's blasphemy, mockery.
blasphemy.
Yeah, I just want to treat mockery.
So what they're trying to do is make it look or seem like it's not so, that's how it is.
Exactly. So basically you're saying the word is not true. You're saying the word is true. The word is a liar.
And Lord so perfect, he even put men out there to even show them that where the cases and they still reject it. And that's why Lord say what? They say, if I had not come, you would have not sinned. So most of the people you will see committing these blasphemous acts and saying things against the scriptures, at some point in their life, they saw something that showed them that that is really how it's supposed to be, and they still spoke against it. And they still spoke against it. Happy, so when you finish.
Is it for me there? Go ahead.
Alright, so there's Acts 20, I'll start from verse... Acts 20, I'll start from verse... I'll start from verse 28. It said, take heed therefore unto yourselves, and to all the flock over the which the Holy Spirit had made you overseers, to feed the church of power, which he had purchased with his own blood. It said, for I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock. And those same men, for example, who making a mockery and so forth, them is grievous wolves, because they will come and they will scatter the sheep. They will come and cause confusion, and those who are weak will actually cause them to disperse.
You understand that even these men that call themselves Israelites and making mockery at the breakdown and so forth, they don't understand. They didn't even comprehend what this is with this making mockery. It's true, ain't no microchip. Yeah, the mark of the beast is not the chip thing, you know, all like mockery. You understand? All like mockery.
And the Lord said, well, see, he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad. See, I'm not sparing the flock. Verse 30 say, also of your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverse things.
I don't know mention men of your own self, because we come up with perverse things. Just like I was mentioning earlier before, the men that talking about them was with the Lord, them was with the Lord, and now the apostles are a great millstone and all the wrong, and that is what the men say. Some men even amongst you that go come out that way.
Not all Israel is all Israel.
Right. So they say to draw away disciples after them.
And that's what some of them is that was some of them is who? Well, we are that, yeah. Men what some other man talking and what's that bullshit and they run with it.
And a gardener, he talking about a flower.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We went and watch a gardener and say, yo, this song incorrect.
This song good.
Yeah, this I could work.
This is what
This song.
Right. I said on that one. Going on. Ira.
This is Acts chapter 14 and verse 1. Right? See, and it came to pass in Iconium that they went both together into the synagogue of the Jews, and so spake that a great multitude both of the Jews and also of the Greeks believed. But the unbelieving Jews stirred up the Gentiles and made their minds evil affected against the brethren. So as the brother bring out, he said that previous wolves will enter into the flock now, into the house and divide the flock.
It go always a wicked man. You know?
Like I say, the sower. When you say when the word was sown, Satan coming quickly and remove the word that was sown in their hearts. And sometimes he is good by means of another man. Now you see, even sometimes a man will be standing up here listening, and you can see our next man come out of nowhere and start talking, and all of a sudden you see the next man follow after him and go. Because that Satan come and take away the word that was sown in your heart. You know, so sometimes it's be done in that form.
Yeah, just yeah, I mean,
Finish?
Alright, I'll bring something. This is 2 Chronicles chapter 36. I'll start from verse. I'll start from verse 13. See, and he also rebelled against King Nebuchadnezzar, right? Who had made him swear by God, but he stiffened his neck and hardened his heart from turning unto the Lord God of Israel. Moreover, all the chief of the priests and the people transgressed very much after all the abominations of the heathen, and polluted the house of the Lord which he had hallowed in Jerusalem. And the Lord God of their fathers sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. But they mocked the messengers of God, and despised his words, and misused his prophets, until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, till there was no remedy. So just going back to verse 16, it says, but they mocked the messengers of God, and despised his words, and misused his prophets, and that is even to this day. Back then, they did that, and we feel as them say, free come, they do the same thing. You know, to despise, to mock the words of the Lord, to mock the prophets. That is what they do when they pass. When they tell you, what do you do? What did man tell you last time? Oh, it's not Israel. You know?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean? You remember that?
What do you mean?
That is what they do. It's a mockery. That is what they do. So they mock the Lord and they mock his prophets. But as the Lord said after that, he said, but they mock the messengers of God and despise his words. Again, show you how heavy it is. You know, there's some mock the Lord and despise his words. You understand? And despise his words. Now, and he said, and misuse his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people. So the wrath do what? It arose. The Lord, and that's what going to happen today. All the mockery not going and be unaccounted for. You understand? Or they have to pay for the mockery all they do. And still to this day, or they make, and if they would like to make greater mockery. You know?
When you think about it, and when he pass, now you see a king send a messenger. You mock the king messenger, you mock the king.
Yeah,
you understand? Really and truly, so that what they do. Because the scriptures say what? They say he that despiseth not man.
What show do that? Show me that last time when they send the messenger
300.
and the men laugh
300.
and they laugh and nah, I tell the next one when they send the messenger, they laugh, right? And when the messenger went back and the messenger went back to the king, he said they laugh at him. The king was
Yeah.
He was right.
I disrespect
It wasn't it was a them shows now. It wasn't Troy or one of them, but it was one of them. But when they send the messenger, he laughed now. They laughed, and the messenger thing was, I know they wanted 300 when they laughed at it, but he didn't go back and tell the
Yeah, he didn't get to go back and do the report. Yeah, he never get to go back. He went down in the hole.
But that thing now, but when they laugh, you go back and tell the king, and the king was like, "You what?" And so that is true.
Now movie they send back one and they kill the next one.
Oh yeah,
They send back one to tell the king what we do this one.
So it can be that, But I think what you want to talk about too is in this mysteries that I have one and thing, Last Kingdom or Viking. That's some good thing in it. I'll show you the whole Christianity was split in here.
Yeah, that was really a fucking thing.
So but nonetheless, I started to say, they say, but they mock the messengers of God and despise his words and misuse his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people. They say until the wrath. You understand? So they're walking straight down to the last. You understand? You know? They say against his people till there was no remedy. They had nothing to stop it. Or they mock so much down to the last. They had no remedy to fix all it. That's what the Lord saying is rebuke is going to come by what? By fire. They had no more words. You know? The Lord don't want to speak to all of them no more. The Lord don't want to send his prophets no more. No, the rebuke all they're going to receive is by what? It's by pain. It's by judgment. Because all they not going to listen. That's what the Lord saying there. All they mock. When he send the Lord to the prophets, all they mock. All they despise his words. Mock and despise. So what he said until the last, until what? He said what? Lord, the wrath of the Lord arose against his people until there was no remedy. No remedy to fix it. All they have all they pay for what it is all they do. For the mockery all they do, for the things all they do, all they pay for it.
For being disobedient.
Sorry.
For being this.
How do I say it? I take it back.
Yeah.
I'm not sorry.
It said, therefore, he brought upon them the king of the Chaldees, who slew their young men with the sword in the house of the sanctuary, and had no compassion upon young man or maiden, old man or him that stood for age, He
Like I
gave
said.
them all into his hand. So that's to show you. All of mock, all of despise, alright, all of feel. So that was back then. So we feel what happened now, the same thing. We feel insurrection and all these things, your bros. We feel what happened to all them.
Imagine the Lord was so vexed. He actually let them go in the temple, in the tent or whatever, kill everybody, and even take the holy vessels. That just show you how vexed he was. Yeah, and he was so vexed he let the heathens take it just to deal with Israel. And show you how vexed he was.
No,
because he like nobody touched him.
was the
Yeah.
right?
No, but even the holy cups and things.
Yeah, he didn't want to touch,
yeah.
but tell the judge when I went down with the cups.
When my boy Alice drink from it.
Belshazzar. He make it, just imagine, he made it hard. I won't do him. That same night, I won't do him.
See a hand, just a hand. Come on, right on the wall. Mini tickle for our sin. Man, the man, especially when the man see it, the man heart freeze, yes?
Yeah, because you just see that?
To see a hand literally floating and writing something on our wall. Yeah, that would creep you out. That would creep you out. And Lord just have a red way already making sure you register here.
The ark was suited.
Yeah.
They like to say they find the ark and suit for God.
No, they find the argument they can't touch.
Touch it. I can't remember the accomplice Jeremiah.
You can carry it, they can't touch it.
One China Israelite allowed to touch it.
Yeah,
So,
we-
open it or anything.
No, remember the one that tried to touch it because
Yeah,
No, I think
that way
I don't think he was not Levite. He was
Right,
he
he
was
was
one of these soldiers.
Right.
And he leaned on it by mistake and touched it and died.
Right. It's only Levites could touch it.
I think with the ark, I think it's Jeremiah, isn't it? So carry it to the cave.
It's in Maccabees.
Right, but who did it? One of them did carry it and hide
I
it.
don't remember exactly what it was. I want to go back to the records. I don't think so. I
know
got to go back to the
Maccabees are
records.
written in those.
One of the prophets went and hid
Yeah,
it.
when I hide it.
I
And that's
I don't know.
Jeremiah.
call him in the book, I think it said Jeremy.
Yeah.
But they
But it
didn't
was-
say Jeremiah.
Yeah,
but-
it's Jeremiah.
I want to go back and see. It
I
would
could
be
be
hard to
wrong,
find. It
so
would be
it
hard to
was
find.
wrong select first thing, but
I think it was
I
Jeremy.
remember.
we're just trying to go off the thing.
And it's lots of different. Then men go to see where he hide it, and you're put it in a way that they couldn't even see where he.
You know, the rabbi said it
Yeah, it cave in.
cave in, so they could not find it now.
They even follow him to try to see it, and they couldn't get to see it because the Lord wanted it hid.
Remember when they get the ark, come like get power. You understand? I show you how powerful them are, them stuff.
I was reading, I think was the Philistines when they did take the Ark of the Covenant and they tried into the city. And what happened to them? Plagues.
Not just that. The past statue of one of the idol dragons, and it shatter.
Shatter,
They
yeah.
shatter next day.
I remember
Yeah.
that. I remember that. Yeah,
Things
yeah,
shatter,
yeah.
yes.
And then they take it and they carry it to the next city. And it's plague them.
Remember this plague?
Like imagine they get so fed up they put it on a trolley with two beasts, with two
Sell it back.
and they didn't even do nothing, you know. As soon as they put it on the trolley, the cow on them just went with it and carried exactly where it needed to go. They didn't even had nobody even directing them to show them. They take it. They take the cow as soon as it sat down in the trolley, the bison or whatever that had carrying it, carried exactly back to which part they were supposed to go. That just show you how different that ark is. Our precept here.
Yeah, this one. Huh?
Yeah, they finish. Are you sure that ark precious? You didn't even touching it. Unless I certain, you didn't even touch it. Don't even touch it.
You know what? The rest of scripture is going into the judgment that happened for Israel for whether the spies and the mock the Lord. And I bring that as an example to show that it happened then. It will happen soon. And it did happen. It matter of fact, it happened in short time, but this one that come in here
Yeah, that means
is a great judgment. See, this place reserved unto what? The fire.
Okay.
You know?
As
Right.
in second S.O.T.E, the end have is great wonders with effects.
Yeah, and science. Go ahead, I'll bring a piece of after.
You could bring yours right there now.
Alright, Jeremiah 6 and start from 16, right? It said, thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the way and see, and ask for the old path. They say, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. Which is what? This world, walking in the things that the Lord tell us to do. They say, But they said, we will not walk therein. And that is Jake today. We don't want to do that. They want to do what seemed good unto themselves. Or what seemed good unto the heathens. What the heathens doing. You understand? They say, also I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpets. But they said, we will not hearken. Right? They said, therefore hear, ye nations, and know, O congregation, what is among them. They say, hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon this people, even the fruit of their thoughts, because they have not hearkened unto my words, nor to my law, but rejected it. And that would the Lord profess against them. Because what? They hearken not unto his words, unto his laws, unto his judgments. He's going to bring evil upon them. And they say what? They say you have done what? Worse than your fathers. This generation worse than any other generation that ever had in history. So you're not expecting something worse to happen to this generation more than any other? Grand finale.
Grand finale.
I mean, this judgment are going to come here is like nothing ever before. Huh? You understand? To pain. That way it mentioned the judgment I wrote for score first, for markers and all these things. The things that are going to happen is killing 1 million. You know? Finish or finish? Yeah?
Let's say,
Go ahead.
2nd is just 9. And verse 5. So for like as all that is in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs.
Or even the apostles say, what are the signs of thy coming? You understand? Because they know he would have signs to show when the Lord will return.